Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Yellow, already. Record.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
87's mine. I got 87.
On play action, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Chiefs 0.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, D.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
For Darrell Williams, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And again, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Mahomes to throw, eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. After the run, Watson going to throw. He's going to sling this deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 4th and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Watson, he's going to take a shot right away for the end. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And they'll run it with McCoy. LaShawn McCoy unable to get to the marker. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson, he's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
At the 27-yard line.
Yellow. All right, Eddie. Watching your guy. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. If they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 81 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You can't stop me.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5. He's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
All right. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Where's the tap? Get off the field. I got him.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 25 yards that time.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on second and 13, Watson and Stills bringing it in. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He'll start on the ground with McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. 10th carry now for McCoy. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, it's James. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
2nd and 6 at the 5-yard line.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Again, it's McCoy. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And Watson's going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. We ain't giving up. 3 points down, he's coming. 52, Mike 52. Right here, right here. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the... And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got